What should we do before, during, and after an earthquake? Good day, everyone. Recently, there are a lot of news about earthquakes.
The ground starts to quiver, glasses rattle. Soon, walls shift and everything begins to collapse. Telltale signs of what could be a devastating earthquake. We've seen the destruction they unleash. Some of us may have even lived through one. And we know they can be deadly. But where does this mountain-moving force come from? While we may think we're standing on solid ground, the earth beneath us isn't completely stable at all. On average, earthquakes kill about 10,000 people each year. Sometimes numbers are far higher. The quake that hit Haiti in 2010 killed more than 300,000 by some counts, making it one of the deadliest on record. It is estimated that there are 500,000 detectable earthquakes in the world each year. 100,000 of these can be felt, and 100 of them cause damage. That's about 0.1%. The magnitude of an earthquake is measured using the Richter scale, which runs from 0 to 10, 10 being the strongest. Every whole number increase on the scale means 10 times more ground motion change. The fact is, the Earth's crust is restless and always on the move. Scientists are crunching data to project the power of future quakes and anticipate when and where they could strike next. Right now, we can only estimate the probability an earthquake will occur, but perhaps one day we will learn to predict them, minimizing their destruction and saving countless lives.
Many countries, especially in the Philippines, are prone to earthquake because of its location near the Pacific Ring of Fire. Going back to the question, since we are prone to earthquakes, we must know what we should do before, during, and after an earthquake. But first, let us discuss what is earthquake.
An earthquake is a ground vibration caused by a sudden release of energy caused by a disruption in the stability of rock masses under the Earth's surface. A sudden rupturing of crustal portion, volcanic eruptions, surface avalanches, a man-made explosion can all provide energy.
L.C. Pakisser, 1979, said that a fracture in the Earth's crust, along which two blocks of the crust have slipped concerning each other. That is, one block moved in one direction horizontally, while the block opposite it moved in the opposite direction. Furthermore, according to some research, there are about 1.3 million earthquakes occur every year, with magnitudes of 2.9 or lower. One of those earthquakes will have a magnitude of 8.0 or higher. Here in the Philippines, 33 earthquakes occur every day.
There are many ways to be safe during earthquakes. We're here to teach you some safety tips on how we can be safe before, during, and after the earthquakes. Back to you, Rafi.
Here are the things you should do before an earthquake. Prepare your emergency response kit. Make sure it has all the necessary items to survive, such as non-perishable foods or canned goods, water, first aid kit, battery-powered radio, flashlight, and extra batteries.
We also need to prepare an evacuation plan wherein you will meet your family after the earthquake happens, as well as a safety plan in your house. You should know where the possible exit in case you are trapped in your house. We also need to learn the earthquake drill, which is duck, cover, and hold.
Here are some tips you can do to your house before an earthquake. Secure decoration, like fixtures and furnitures, to avoid injury. Secure heavy items to wall studs with anchors. Make sure your home is anchored to its foundation.
During an earthquake, we must be aware of our surroundings. We must immediately perform duck, cover, and hold. If you are outside, avoid some structures that might collapse due to the shaking of the ground and find a safe place. And if you were inside your house, go to the nearest table and go underneath it and grab onto it to make sure that the table doesn't move away from you since the ground is in motion and shaking. In short, do the duck, cover, and hold. And what if you were inside a car? Just simply pull over to a clear location, stop the engine, and stay inside until the shaking stops. And if you're in public place, like markets and malls, always remember not to use elevators because you might be trapped in it. You can use stairs instead.
After the shaking stops, try to locate a safe exit. Look around to figure out what to do. Take note that do not return to the area unless the authorities said it is safe. We should also be aware to check ourselves and other members of our family. Stay away from damaged areas because they might be collapsed after the earthquakes. Always stay calm and stay in our place if it's safe. Turn on radio, TV, and your cell phone and reach out for help. In case you're trapped, do not move and stay in your place until the rescuers find you. Always be calm. Only shout as a last resort or do noise into something to be noticed or heard.
We don't know when the earthquakes occur. Sometimes it happens during our class, when we are at work, at school, at the mall, or even when we are sleeping. So we must be prepared and ready when it happens. Remember the PAB. Prepare, aware, and beware.
And that is all you need to know how to stay safe before, during, and after an earthquake. Remember to stay calm, stay safe. We are ready on disaster, especially particularly in earthquake.